ho, ho, ho. Take two on that.
Take two. If you saw the first one, technical difficulty. You know what I think happened?
Z.
It was Z. Again, he comes in here. First time we've seen him since
in weeks.
That thing, that day, the infamous day.
I don't even want to think about it.
Flashing the belt. And before he leaves, I swear he sabotaged the sound. Like, I don't know why you'd want to sabotage the show on your own network. But
I don't understand.
But you know what?
Anyway, forget it.
We need to forget it.
Because do you know what time of year it is, Garrett?
I know what time
it's the holiday season. It's the best time of the year.
It is.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you believe in. I hope you have a wonderful time. And what we originally had planned, we were going to do Christmas movies, and I had sent a letter out to good old St. Nick to see if he could send somebody from North Pole down to here, but alas, we don't have a third person here. So
I mean, just so everyone knows, so like this is what the Christmas was supposed to look like. But I mean, I at this point we can't do a show. I mean, if
we can discuss our favorites.
If you and I disagree, I mean that's it. I mean we'll be.
Oh
God, please not coughing, please.
Please not coughing.
Please. Who? All right. Who? Hello? Who? What the hell? What? Oh. Candy canes? What the hell?
What the fuck?
Hey, what the? What?
Why?
Just throw candy canes at us? Who are you? All right.
Merry Elfing Christmas.
Who the hell are you?
Name's Leo.
Leo?
Leopold Chestnuts.
And why are you here?
Okay.
Didn't you hire me?
I
mean, he wrote a letter
to Santa Claus.
That's not what I was told.
I don't have money.
We'll talk about this after the show.
Okay, so well, apparently we have a guest. Hey, I'll go into.
You got some pointy ears there, Leo.
I'll go. Let me go into the titles and edit this out. So
you're an elf,
Leo.
Like, what kind of stupid question is that?
So
you walk around here for 2 months pretending to be the champ, and you're just dumb.
So you're telling me you work in the North Pole?
I worked in the North Pole.
You no longer work there?
Isn't that what worked means?
Why don't you work in Santa's shop anymore?
It's a long story.
I mean, we got time. We got time. What could have transpired for you not to be making toys anymore?
I messed with the naughty and nice list.
And how did you do that?
Well, a certain somebody, Mr. Gingerbread Man over there, decided to write a letter to Kris Kringle requesting that his good old buddy Joe Stones get taken off the naughty list, put back onto the nice list.
You did that for me, Garrett?
I was just trying to repair relationships over here.
I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate you. And you took me off the naughty list?
Yeah, and I was going to replace you with what'd you call him, Garrett? Yeah, I was going to replace you with him.
So he's going to take you off the...
Soul for a soul, name for a name.
Wow.
Wow.
Are you a dark
Well, you know
elf?
what? That's fine. I would have done that for you, Joe. It's fine.
Thanks, buddy. So you just that one thing and you get booted from the North Pole?
Nah, yeah, there's a list of other allegations, allegedly. We're not going to get into that.
Oh, okay. So we have
Well, I mean, you're here. I mean, do
you want to
do ready to do this Christmas list with us? I mean,
what are you drinking?
Dude, let's not ask the angry elf what he's drinking, please. Can we just let him do his. If Santa's gonna kick him out, I mean, let's just go about it.
So do you know how this podcast works?
You run your mouth. He cowers. Let's go.
Wow. That was a little.
So this week we're doing Christmas movies. Okay, that's the list of Christmas movies.
I set this up a little differently this time. A lot of times we take certain favorite ones, more critically acclaimed, whatever. So for this one, and all the higher seeds is like the classics.
Right.
Like the super classics that are played on everything, and just, so 8 of them. So you'll see them all up there, but obviously we start all the way on the side. So we're going to start with Scrooged versus Jingle All the Way.
I know me personally, I was never a Jingle All the Way fan.
Neither was I. There was a whole set of Christmas movies that came out, and that would be like Jingle All the Way, Deck the Halls, and Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah.
Where I was just not a fan of those.
Scrooged
And
is
Scrooged,
amazing.
on the other hand, which I caught on TV the other night.
It's one of Bill Murray's shining moments.
Really, especially the end, the speech at the end where he's talking about, you got to go out there and get it. Once you get it, you're going to want it.
It's such a good spin on A Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
like,
it really is. There's good comedy.
Yeah.
Still pretty good special effects.
Right.
So yeah. Leo, what are you? Hey, what?
That's a good
that?
movie.
Okay.
So what would your vote be?
Scrooged.
All right, so it's
All right.
Unanimous for Scrooge. Unanimous for Scrooge.
For Scrooged. All right. So now, one of the more newer ones.
The night before.
The night before versus Four Christmases.
I personally, Night Before is awesome. Like it's such a funny.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Cheech and Chong take on Christmas.
Right.
And Four Christmases is okay. It's
okay. It's okay, but
like you got like when they do the whole Run DMC karaoke thing.
Yeah.
Like the whole the ending where their pot dealer turns out to be Jesus or an angel or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's a funny movie. It touches upon Christianity, Judaism, you're my Dwayne Johnson. You're my rock. It's a great movie.
The scene where he's in Seth Rogen is in the Catholic Church has to be probably one of the fun. He's tripping on mushrooms and he's like, "Who's that?" And they're like, he goes, it's Jesus. He's like, "Is that what they think we did to him?" That's it's so
good,
so funny on so many levels. So it's my pick here is Night Before, hands down for me.
What about you, Leo?
I like Four Christmases.
I personally like The Night Before. Why do I feel like he's...
Why do we feel like that was a bad choice? He seems very angry.
So I will... Okay. It's not as jolly as I thought it would be.
I know
enough of the elf juice. I thought you'd lighten up a little bit. Are you pointing a candy cane at me?
I think he's offering it to you.
Ow!
He should have just taken it when he offered it.
So Gremlins versus
Gremlins.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I am beyond torn here. Okay. Leo, do you have anything you want to say about either of these movies right off the bat here? Do you?
I like the idea of a skeleton Santa Claus.
Yeah? Yeah.
Much thinner, much happier. The real one's just miserable.
Really? He is?
You're saying
He's supposed to be jolly.
Oh, he is when he comes here.
But not up there?
Have you ever worked in an elf sweatshop?
No. No. Why would I ever work in elf? I'm 6'4".
So you're saying it's a sweatshop? Like you guys don't have good working conditions?
Well, I mean, it's hard to sweat at the North Pole, but you never get out.
So it's a snow shop?
Constantly.
I'm not sure if that's a safe pun, dude.
So you're going Nightmare Before Christmas, Leopold?
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm a Gremlins guy.
I
100%
have
Gremlins guy.
Okay, I literally have a tattoo of Jack on my leg. Okay, but I've long maintained that I like the character of Jack more than the rest of the movie.
Right.
Okay, and unfortunately, putting it against Gremlins,
I love Gizmo.
it's, for me, it has to be Gremlins. It has to, which
yes.
sounds crazy because it's like, again, part of my leg is Jack Skeleton. But
Right.
but for me, It's Gremlins.
Kind of look a little like Jack Skeleton.
You know, I know. Well, especially back when I got it, I was this height and weighed 155, 160 pounds. So, yeah, it's pretty skinny.
I can see it.
Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna go down to
8-Bit Christmas versus Christmas Vacation.
I think we know which one's going to win here, but I'd like to give some shine to a brand new Christmas movie that I think is fantastic.
Oh, it's a good version of A Christmas Story.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's a new version of it. They now instead of
it's the Nintendo.
Yeah, it's the Nintendo.
It's such a funny and good Christmas movie.
It was like midnight. I'm home. I'm watching it, and I'm laughing out loud at the part where they're trying to find the Cabbage Patch, and the janitor's like, oh, I saw a woman punch an old lady, or I saw a woman punch her grandma in the throat. Same family too, and I started it. I lost it. I completely lost it.
It was so charming. It's something you can watch with the kids too.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. It nailed the whole at the end. Nails the whole holiday spirit,
especially for our generation
because it's so new.
And for our generation, like that, like when you lived like the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, that was the Christmas gift you wanted, and it had a lot of heart there too. The stuff with him and his dad, it was just good. But Christmas Vacation,
okay, undoubtedly the best of the vacation movies, in my opinion.
I'm a big fan of the original,
it's more like a real life Christmas.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, all the crazy
normal family.
Yeah,
all used to being brought up just to be torn down.
Yeah.
Bosses.
Gets a crappy gift from his boss.
Yeah, what else is new?
What kind of crappy gifts is St. Nick giving you? Okay, then.
Yeah.
We'll go vacation then.
That's a little kind of an intense answer. But yeah, vacation. Hands down. And also, before we move over to the left side of the board, because we got a little distracted, because this show went totally different. We would absolutely love to thank our sponsors sticking around. We love you so much. Seasonal Sports, which I'm wearing some of the gear today, the holiday gear right here.
Yeah.
The hat. Check that out. It's available
Great
to buy
stocking stuffers
right on there. You need some ink. Listen, you're probably going to get some money for Christmas, okay? Go to Rocking Horse. Okay?
Yeah, do it.
And you want a piercing? Want a tattoo?
And you'd probably be hungry before you go over there, so you might as well stop.
It's literally right on the way.
Yeah.
Go to Dippin'. You get yourself a coffee. Get
yourself a gyro.
Yeah, anything.
Whatever you want. Donut.
You ever had the sausage, egg, and cheese on an English muffin from there? Oh, my God.
Okay, what you need to do is get
amazing
sausage, bacon, egg, cheese, and get the hash brown, put on it.
Jesus,
on a croissant. It's absolutely amazing. It'll last you all day long.
Well, yeah, I eat the thing I just said, and I'm good all day. So, okay.
Why didn't you bring any in to share?
I didn't. We didn't there today.
We didn't know you were coming.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know?
We had no clue you were coming.
So
sorry.
Next,
we apologize.
Elf and Deck the Halls.
Okay. Do you have a?
Definitely not Elf.
As an elf, so you're going Deck the Halls just because you're totally.
He's not even an elf.
You're
He's basically
totally
you.
Against,
I'm gonna call you Buddy the rest of the show.
You could, I mean.
But you're not my buddy.
Well, I only just met you. You can give it a chance. It is Christmas time. All right, you don't throw anything at me. Okay. All right.
So he's going Deck the Halls.
I have to go Elf.
I also have to go Elf.
Okay. I know. I understand. I understand how mad he is at it right now, and I get it, and that's fine. But again, I wasn't even a huge fan of Deck the Halls, and then there's Elf, which might possibly be my favorite Christmas movie besides
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Let's end this discussion. First off, we can't have it on here because per our own rules, it 180's action, so it's not allowed to be on another list. Okay. Now we have Batman Returns.
versus the Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus. Okay. Now, again, I said this when we were doing DC. I'm not really a huge fan of Batman Returns.
I like Batman Returns, but
then we're talking strictly about Christmas movies, and then it's up against the Santa Claus.
Arguably the best portrayal of Santa.
It's there's no way it can win. The Santa Claus is so good. I mean,
it's great.
It's excellent.
Tim Allen crushes it.
Yeah.
Just wait till next year when it happens.
Wait, what?
Does Santa
Be looking at the new Santa Claus.
Does Santa watch the show? I mean, because that could be that could be incrimination.
Trying to turn me in?
No, I'm just saying if he watches it, it's live. It's a live feed.
You have 5 viewers total.
That's
not true.
That's not true.
It's not true at all.
Wow. That's just. I mean, there might be 5 people just watching right now, but it gets a lot of views later on. It's noon on a Wednesday.
You're trying to say?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I'm not talking. That wasn't talking about the drinking. That was not. That had nothing to do.
You've gone through the stuff I went through up there with.
I wasn't talking about the drinking. I was talking about the streams, the views.
Little allegations get out about Mrs. Claus. Never mind. Just continue.
Okay. We're sorry. So are we have 2 for Claus as it is.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, I agree for Claus also. It is a better movie.
All right.
Especially next year.
Okay. So.
The Christmas Chronicles versus Home Alone. Now, I think The Christmas Chronicles is a great movie. It's been a great series. Kurt Russell absolutely crushes it as Santa. And it's such a good movie. But at the end of the day, being up against
Home Alone,
the OG
Home Alone,
Kevin McAllister himself.
Yeah.
Home Alone for me.
It's got to be Home Alone. I mean, I'm going to guess Leo likes Home Alone more just because.
Then you don't have to deal with the fat man.
Santa's not actually in it, and guys get beat up. Am I right?
Who doesn't like a guy getting smashed in the face with a paint
Now,
can?
would Kevin McAllister be on the nice list or the naughty list?
When I had to check him off, he was on the nice list. Okay. When I swapped him.
When I swapped.
So now Home Alone. So
Marv is one of my favorites, though. Harry's not bad.
So then we're going to take it down to
Love Actually
versus Die Hard 2, since we can't have Die Hard on here. Okay, now I love Die Hard 2. Okay, once it'll be on another list.
I actually watched it last night.
Probably coming up soon as well. However, Love Actually is utterly fantastic. I personally love this movie so much. It's good. My wife and I watch it every Christmas season. In fact, when I was making the list out and I realized that we didn't have it on the list, I had to swap out like Gremlin. I actually made an entire second list while writing out the list that you sent me. Because I was like, wait a second, this isn't on here, and Gremlins wasn't on there, and Love Actually wasn't on there, and it was crazy how much stuff we had to like take off, add, and do. It was nuts. So for me, it's actually Love Actually.
It's actually Love. For me, it's Die Hard 2.
Surprisingly, so.
I'm going Die Hard 2 on this.
So, do you have a preference here, Leo? So we got.
I'll give it a shot. Let's Love Actually.
Oh.
Wow. Well, I see that you're married.
I think I know why, though. I think I know. Oh. You know what? If I had to guess, I think I know why he picked Love Actually.
Why?
The porn stand-ins. Their whole love story. I guarantee. That's why he likes it. All right.
All right, we're on to the next part.
Okay, so now here we are up into
this is going to be rough for me.
The classics, okay? So now we have It's a Wonderful Life versus Scrooged.
So I love Scrooged. Even as a kid, I thought it was a great take on that story. But It's a Wonderful Life is one of those movies that I've been watching as a child that I continue to watch every single year. You can't. It's something that's never like. Every long drama show always tries to do the episode of it. It is something that it stands the test of time.
That it does.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. It's such a good story, and even the first it portrays such a hard time in America's history too, with the Depression and everything,
Right?
And showing how that town came together, and how George Bailey he gave up so much, one might think, to provide for his family, provide for his town, even if it caused him to struggle a little bit, but to show how much worse that town and everybody in his life would be without him. And I think it's something we all need to, because, especially this time of year, a lot of times people get depressed. They just to remember, we all affect people in different ways. There's people out there that love you. There are people out there that care about you, and their lives would not be as well off as they would if they hadn't met you. So for me, it's a wonderful life, because I really think that this is a wonderful life we live. Do you agree with me, Leo?
It definitely is a wonderful life down here. But all in all, it is a better movie.
Yeah.
Better movie.
All right. I would have had to go Wonderful Life as well. I mean, there are some of the classics that, in the seeds where I would put over other, but Scrooge to Wonderful Life, unfortunately can't beat it, Another one we might end up here with is A Christmas Story.
I hate A Christmas Story, so I'll go Night Before.
Oh, you're going Night Before? Really?
I hate A Christmas Story. I think it's the dumbest.
So did it get played out for you? Or do you just not like the premise? Or
He shot his eye out as a little kid.
Yeah.
Actually, I did have an eye injury as a kid, but it had nothing to do with that. But
I mean, he's an elf. He is
It's just that kid is such a little douchebag. And the family I just don't like. It was one of those movies that it has so much hype. Everybody loves it, and I'm watching it. I'm like, this is garbage.
Was it ABC Family or whatever it's called now? Plays it.
It's Freeform now.
Freeform.
No,
They play
it. Used to be TBS.
They play it all day. It's they play it end to end on Christmas Eve or something like that.
11 p.m. till about 11 p.m. the next day.
That's
Christmas Day.
Crazy. That
Not that I know. I don't have cable up at the North Pole, but that's what I heard.
Right.
I hate A Christmas Story, so I'll vote for anything over A Christmas Story.
What about you, Leo?
Christmas Story all day.
Christmas Story all day.
That portrayal of Santa Claus in there is so perfectly accurate. Boot the little kid in the face. Yeah.
Wow. So I actually get this. Oof. Well, you know what? Let's put it like this. I would watch Night Before again because I actually only just saw it recently. Even though I've been meaning to see it forever. And I have zero desire to watch Christmas Story ever because I've seen it so many and I'm not the hugest fan of it. So I'm going to actually go with you, Joe, and I'm going to go Night Before.
All right. Get that garbage movie out of here.
Which I'm not 100% is going to matter compared to the...
So now we have Rudolph versus Gremlins. This
the classic
is rough.
Rudolph. Can you tell us what Rudolph is actually like? Is he much like he was portrayed in this movie? Was he kind of the loner,
to start off with, and then after that, he just skyrocketed and became a douche.
It all went to his head. Basically. Is he like the LeBron James of the North Pole?
Except for he doesn't fall over when you look at him.
Oh, that's true. Okay. All right.
Is LeBron on the nice or naughty list?
I took him off the list altogether. He's not getting anything.
Wow.
So... that cartoon is, obviously.
I just watched it last week with my kids.
It's great. It's classic.
But
do we like it more than Gremlins? Is the question.
It's not it's not the fact that I like it more than Gremlins. It's the fact that it embodies the Christmas spirit to me. there's songs about Rudolph, you know.
Right.
There's no songs about Gizmo. You know what I mean? Like, and it
Not
just,
yet.
I mean,
You have talent, don't you?
it's been 30 years since the movie came out.
We're expecting you to do it.
I'm sorry. I personally will go for Rudolph.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a 3-way.
By the way, what'd you say?
Not that kind of 3-way.
By the way, Hermes is actually a very good dentist. If you guys are looking for any work,
Okay.
hint.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good. All right. So Rudolph wins that. So now we're going to take it down to the original Grinch cartoon movie versus Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
So what are
Like,
so
the
you're
the
going
Grinch
Christmas-
movie's great. Like, and I love it. I just hate how many times it's been redone. How the hype around it. Like, and like when somebody says they're a Grinch, if they've actually like seen the movie, that means you're like you love Christmas by the end of that movie. Like, it's the whole moral of the movie.
Right.
And
My-
it just I don't know.
One of my favorite memes that goes out around now is, to be fair, the Grinch didn't hate Christmas; he hated people, and that's
Yeah.
and
Very
that's
accurate.
totally fine.
I'll go Christmas Vacation.
What about you, Leo?
I'm a Grinch guy,
Ooh.
through and through.
You don't say.
So
What's that supposed to mean?
You give off Grinch vibes.
but me personally, I've also got to go Vacation.
Oh, stop!
So let's go Christmas Vacation on this one.
Okay.
I'm forced to agree with you on all the stuff with it. You know, it's like, yeah, it's a classic, but which one am I gonna rather watch? It's
Right.
that.
So we have the Miracle on 34th Street
Now we're talking the original Miracle movie.
versus Elf.
Okay. Not the remake, which will have, probably be on a secondary one.
Elf.
Versus Elf. For me, it's still
Hands
Elf all
down.
day. I mean, don't get me wrong, Miracle's great. It's obviously it's classic. It was seated up there. But Elf. I mean, it's Elf.
Yeah.
I love it. It's what I watched it a bunch of last year. My sons watched this for the first time, and they watched it until June. We had to cut them off. We're like, guys, we can't watch Elf anymore, please. Okay, not until Christmas time. So, and they've only watched it like, I don't know, 3 times so far. So yeah, I'm guessing would have gone Miracle.
I'd went with Elf between those two.
Oh, okay, all right. So I wasn't sure if you were still being a little.
I still don't
angry,
like him.
A little angry.
Have you
about
met
it.
Buddy?
Yeah, I was the one that helped kick him out.
Oh,
The way the movie shows it wasn't exactly how it happened, but
gotcha.
I don't want to destroy the magic. Simple-minded folks like you.
I
Right, so
appreciate
then
that.
now we have Santa Claus versus White Christmas.
For me,
Okay.
it's White Christmas.
So
White
you're
Christ-
going White Christmas over the
White
Santa
Christmas
Claus.
is one of those movies I've watched my whole entire life that I have to watch once a year. And it's such a different kind of Christmas story.
Right.
Like, and, you have these vets from World War II who were essentially USO guys for the troops. And to come back together, even after becoming famous, you got the love story in there. You got them putting on this show for all their old compatriots and everything, and it's just the songs are classic. Like it's
That's
a
true.
great movie. It's a timeless movie. It's like A Wonderful Life. It's just timeless for me.
All right. How about you, Leo? What are we thinking?
I still prefer the Santa Claus over it, even though I don't like the guy. But Tim Allen did portray a pretty accurate Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And just the events that happened after he started the transformation just kind of
Right.
seem accurate for this day and age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is slightly rough for me, but I'd rather go the Santa Claus.
I saw that coming.
Sorry. I mean, I agree with everything you say about White Christmas. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Like Santa, like nothing
being
against
classic.
Santa Claus. I love a Santa Claus. You know what I mean?
it's absolutely a big classic.
So
All right, so now
Muppets
we got
Christmas
Muppets
Carol
Christmas
versus
versus Home Alone.
Muppets Christmas Carol for me.
So you're going Muppets Christmas Carol.
I
over Home Alone.
love the Muppets Christmas Carol. I think it's.
I know you love Muppets, which is why is why I seeded it.
And the reason I like
It's also
this,
Christmas Carol.
well, and I think it's such a good version for it. It's a good way to introduce kids to that story.
Right.
To be able to teach those lessons to the children and with the Muppets instead of like having the darker portrayals of a Christmas Carol. And I think it's great. And like to have Gonzo and Rizzo be your essentially be your narrators.
Right.
Like it's such a classic, such a good movie.
What are you thinking here, Leo?
That's a tough one. I love both these movies.
So, me, as much as I like Muppet stuff. To me, it's still be Home Alone. I mean, the kids have been watching Home Alone nonstop, and it doesn't even bug me. It's like it's like in the summer when they were watching Sandlot nonstop. It's like
Right.
It's one of my favorite movies. I can watch it. So Home Alone, yeah, I think it's great.
They're both must-watches for me every year. I love Christmas Carol, whether it's Muppets, Mickey Mouse, even the Flintstone one, or even like the traditional ones. Home Alone is basically the only one of them that I like. It's very good. But you got me with somebody stepping on a nail and falling down a flight of stairs.
All right,
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Progresses.
This is shaping up to be quite a board.
Yeah.
I like it.
Next one's easy for me. Charlie Brown. How do you vote off Charlie Brown the first time it's there?
Charlie Brown,
You don't.
I can, because I love Love Actually.
You actually love
I actually love Love Actually.
Charlie Brown for me. Like that's one of those ones like you got to watch every year. That like
I mean, it's true. I don't disagree with that. But for me, yeah, I mean, there's just so
you're
just
such a hopeless romantic.
Just everything about Love Actually. There's not. It's not like, oh, this person's story is up. It's one, because it's the multi-storyline movie. It's like, oh, great, this person's story. No, there's not one. I like all of them.
This is one of the reasons why he was always on the nice list. You would do well to learn from him.
I'll see what I can do.
So, Leo, we need you to be the tiebreaker.
I'm going to have to go with Charlie Brown.
Oh. Ooh. Almost ripped my head off there. Charlie Brown.
I can't believe it.
All
Charlie
right.
Brown. Okay. So, now we've got
It's a Wonderful
Wonderful
Life
Life.
versus Night Before.
no, we don't. It's a wonderful life. it is. We know it's like no, no offense to Night Before, but there's no way. So now we're gonna take it down to Rudolph versus Christmas Vacation. This could be a good one. What are we thinking, guys?
Rudolph.
Still going Rudolph.
I agree.
All right. Go. I don't even have to worry about a vote.
All right, and now we have Elf versus Santa Claus.
Elf.
Santa Claus.
Oh.
Not even a decision. We're going with Claus on that one.
Oh no.
Elf
no
is one that you
way.
watch maybe once a year, then you get tired of it. And like, why am I watching this?
I can't believe Elf just lost. That's insane.
Was that your seed to win it?
Yeah. No.
So now we have Home Alone versus Charlie Brown.
I'm still going Home Alone.
I'll go Home Alone also.
Oh man. That hurts. That stings.
All right, so our final four.
Final four.
It's a wonderful. Oh, it's like old versus new.
Yeah.
Newish. Our childhood versus.
Yeah.
So, A Wonderful Life versus Rudolph. For me, it's A Wonderful Life.
It has to be. Over Rudolph, it just has to be.
You would have gone Rudolph?
I would have gone Rudolph.
All right,
It's
now.
more accurate to the time. It was actually that movie was actually made by elves. Believe it or not, that's why everything was made out of wood. Nowadays, all these toys, we got to steal the schematics from the actual toy companies in order to make them. Either that, or we got to get some money to buy
So,
them.
you're saying the North Pole
No, you're hearing things. Let's
participates
go.
in corporate espionage?
No, just continue. Said too much.
Is there like an elf like
Black
Black
Widow?
Ops team?
Like-
Black Ops team?
Yo. Okay.
Ooh, I say nothing.
Santa Claus versus Home Alone.
I'm still home alone.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Oh. So,
Okay.
our final is Jimmy Stewart versus Tim Allen. It's a Wonderful Life versus a Santa Claus. These are two that are still timeless classics to me.
Depends on what you're looking for. Like,
I can't believe Elf isn't here. I can't. Normally, I'm just like.
But for me
whatever,
personally, if push came to shove, if I had to delete one of these movies from existence, I would delete Santa Claus. I would keep A Wonderful Life.
I mean, you'd have to, right?
depends on what you're looking for. Like, Wonderful Life is more about what they want you to think
It's about
Christmas is about.
A Wonderful Life is about the true meaning of what Christmas is.
What Santa Claus is
yeah.
about, it's about Santa Claus, basically.
Yeah.
His version.
Yeah, but how? Yeah,
I go with Santa Claus.
The guy's
'cause
path to becoming
It kept me employed.
Santa Claus. But, Wonderful Life, which, it's like if you watch Friends, it's just like, should we call it the sucky life? And just when you think it can't suck anymore, it does. Like, until it gets to the end when, he realizes it is, in fact, a wonderful life. So, I mean, there's one that's, funny and cheery all the way through, and then another one that is straight up sad until the very end. But again, like you said, it does teach you the value of Christmas.
The value of life.
Yeah.
You're the tiebreaker, Garrett.
Oh man, can we bring Elf back?
Just remember, you're on the nice list right now. Don't mess this up for him.
You can't strong arm him into picking your movie.
Again, my dog in the fight is done. This again, it's hard for me for these two. So I would have to go with these two. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes!
Over these two. So Christmas list number 1, Christmas 2021. We have It's a Wonderful Life winning. And Leo managed to finish his entire bottle
of elf juice.
What does that say on there? It says,
Let's get elfed up.
let's get elfed up. Well, let's
Find it at a store near you.
Yeah. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming down.
Making a long trip.
Yeah.
Now, so
I've been actually kicked out of the North Pole, so I mean, either of you guys got an extra bed or couch?
I got a couch.
Not you really, but you.
Yeah, I got two couches actually.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you have 2 couches? Is there one that I should stay away from?
There's 2 living rooms. I don't know what to tell you.
Which one has the bigger TV?
The one with the bigger couch.
I'll take that one.
So yeah, okay.
All right.
Has the shades on it and everything.
Perfect.
Well, Leo, if you ever make it down this way ever again,
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're gonna do it next year. It'll be 2020. 2022.
that's what.
But hey,
is.
I think maybe next year, Die Hard may be able to be on that list.
True.
If we once we max out all the other lists. So, but we appreciate it. So next week, WrestleFandom will be back for its last episode of the year.
Correct.
And then join us in 2 weeks again for another Movie Madness.
The first of 2022.
And because it's the first show, we're going to do something slightly different. And every spot will be taken up by
A trilogy.
And we'll be facing trilogies off against each other like we normally do. All right.
Wait, the champ has something to say. Get out of here, Spock. Go. Get out. Beat it.
What?
Get out of here, Spock.
So you were already
Beat it.
you already came here earlier and sabotaged this.
Shut up.
What are you doing, dude?
Do not ruin the Christmas episode. You already ruined it already.
Guys,
Earlier.
it's my network. Shut up. It's my belt. This title was made for me. I just want to hang out with you losers for a second and look at your list over here. Come on, seriously, It's a Wonderful Life. I understand the sense of tradition and heritage, but where's the March of Wooden Soldiers here? Don't you guys got any sense of Turner Classics?
I mean,
Laurel and Hardy, come on.
okay, we only have
Not all
room
of us
for
are an
20
old man like you.
Hey, You need a sense of history, young man. That's what you need. You need a sense of history. You need a sense of nostalgia. And like Die Hard's not it's not a Christmas movie, guys. I hate to tell you. It's not. All right?
Those are fun.
Where's Christmas Vacation? How come there's no Chevy Chase up there?
It's right there. It's
Where? And how did he get knocked out? He should have easily been in the top 4. Easily.
Rudolph.
Guys, Rudolph, please. That's the problem. You guys are children. You watch children's shows. Rudolph, Frosty. I'm sure Frosty the Snowman's up there, too.
No, not on this one.
Man.
Not on this one. There's only 24 spots. There's already a full second.
You need to have a bigger list, Garrett. Like you got to make some adjustments around here. All right, this is
we don't have time. We don't have time to do a bigger bracket.
Ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous.
You know, we don't like to go over an hour and a half. If you want a bigger show, we can give you a bigger show.
I just want you guys to know open invitation anytime you guys want a shot at the title.
Oh, dude, don't start.
I've been on a 2-week tour.
We just got over the title.
I've been on a 2-week tour talking to all the media and stuff, promoting my belt. I didn't see you guys doing any media tours. All you did was run around and get beat up a little bit, and you were eating sandwiches the whole time. So I'm out promoting my belt. So if you guys want a shot anytime, open contract, whenever the hell you guys want to join the board, I'll fight you both at the same time. We'll have a handicap match. What do you think about that? Throw in your little elf over here, too.
You fight both of us. Only one person here is going to be handicapped, okay?
Listen to that.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to fight with you right now, okay? We just got over this belt stuff, okay? We just got back to being a team here, all right?
You're a team here.
All right.
All right, we'll see. Merry Christmas to both of you fellas, though. I really do want to say, from the bottom of my heart, you guys brought a lot of contribution to Disruption Network. You made it exciting around here. It was lacking excitement, so I will say, once you two joined board, it's been pretty exciting around here. So I will give you credit where credit is due.
Well, thank you.
You guys are doing a fantastic job on Movie Madness and the wrestling show as well, and bringing in your guests and stuff. So it's been a great 2021, and you guys have done a great job.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much for all that you do and all your contributions here to Disruption Network. I want to wish you and both your wonderful families a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and you as well.
You guys have a great holiday season, great New Year's, do it up, and and keep delivering great content here on Disruption Network. That just only makes me and my title look better. The better your content is, makes me look good. Right. So thank you, fellas. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, yeah, and again, Joe, Merry Christmas to you. Z, Merry Christmas to you.
Gentlemen.
And
next week, Wrestle Fandom Radio.
Wrestle Fandom will be back.
Can you give me a little pre-sell what's going to go on in Wrestle Fandom next week? I'm sure I'll make an appearance.
We're going to wrap up the year. I mean, we pretty much have to talk about all the best stuff to happen throughout the year. Any of the good news.
Day one pay-per-view.
Day one and start wrapping up. Yeah, we're just going to wrap up 2021.
I love it. Keep up the good work, fellas.
All right. Thank you very much.
Champ signing out.
And we will see everyone next week on Wrestle Fandom Radio.